let's have a chat on reframing negative perspectives so that you can have a positive viewpoint that actually serves your life in a better way. This is a glass of water. We can look at this glass of water as half empty, or we can look at this glass of water as half full. How we choose to view it is completely up to us. Joke's on you, the glass doesn't even exist. Now, joke's on us, this is just a video. Perspective is everything. How we choose to look at a situation really determines everything. It determines how we feel. It determines what we experience. Because the thoughts that we think, they actually create emotions in our body. When you can reframe how you are looking at a situation, you can actually help yourself see things through a more helpful light. If you're constantly looking at the world through a negative filter, always looking at what's wrong with the world, what's missing, what's bad, what's not good, what you don't like, then that is what you're going to feel, because your thoughts are linked to your emotions. Your thoughts happen inside your head, and your head is inside of your body. And so how you're thinking is going to be equal to how you're feeling. You are the one living in here. So the good news is that you can change what is going on in your mind. You can change your perspective. You can, in an instant, change how you are looking at your situation. So you want to think about how can you look at the same situation from a different perspective? How can you see it in a different way? How can you reframe this very same thing that you're looking at so that it actually serves you, so that it is helpful rather than unhelpful, so that it's supportive rather than destructive? Your thoughts and how you're thinking can bring you down, or they can lift you up. If you're looking to be more positive, if you want to have a better attitude, if you want to see the brighter side of life, then you have to train yourself to think positively. You have to train yourself to think another way. You have to train yourself to see the positives in the negative. What was meant for evil, God will use for good. This perspective can really help you start to reframe what you think is bad and wrong and evil and not working, whether it be in your life or in the world, and turn it into something that's good. Rather than thinking that something is happening to you, think about how this could be happening for you. Rather than thinking that something is going wrong, think about how this situation can teach you a lesson so that you can grow. Cultivate a growth mindset. Start to look at your challenges not as something that is bad, but it's something that's actually helping you grow. I like to think about this almost like when you're going to the gym and you're challenging your muscles. Your muscles grow because you challenge them. You get stronger because of the challenges. So rather than seeing that this loss that you're going through, or a rejection, or any kind of challenge that is going on in your life, rather than seeing this as the end all be all, let's reframe it. Think about what this is teaching you. Think about how this challenge is making you grow. How is this situation happening for you? How is life presenting this challenge so that you can grow, so that you can become smarter, so that you can become more intelligent at solving problems because you're being handed problems? That's what makes life interesting, the fact that there are obstacles. Can you imagine if you were playing a game and there were no obstacles in this game? It was just going on a straight line forever and no challenge, no enemies to conquer. It's just easy breezy, nothing really to do. Would you want to play that game? Would that game be interesting? Probably not. We're going to go with no. It's the same with life. These challenges that we're facing help you to grow. So how can you start looking at it from that frame? At any point in time, you can look at the glass as half full, or you can look at the glass as half empty. You can look at life as against you, or you can look at life as for you. You can look at this as happening to me, or you can look at this as happening for me. So at any point in time, you can change your frame. You can change how you are looking at your situation. You can take the loss that was meant for your harm and turn it into a positive. You can turn it into something that is good. You can turn the loss into a lesson. What is this teaching me? How is this helping me grow? What was meant for evil, you can turn to good. What was meant for wrong and harm and what was bad, you can turn to good. You can change it. You can change your thoughts. So if you're constantly living in a state of stress, sadness, fear, worry, You want to take a look at your thoughts. What have you been thinking about your life? What have you been thinking about your situation? What conclusions have you drawn from your challenges? What stories have you been telling yourself about your situation, about your life, about what's possible for you? Rewrite that story. Write a story from an empowered place, from a place of possibilities, from a place of potential, from a place of lesson, from a place of abundance, from a place of possibilities. We can either turn to fear, roll over and call it quits, and just take a look at life from the glass half empty, or we can choose a different perspective. We can choose to think of the glass half full. We can choose to think that this challenge isn't defeating me, it's making me stronger. This loss isn't the end, it's just a new beginning. It's all about shifting how you're thinking about things. It's all about changing how you are perceiving your situation, how you are perceiving your reality. And sure, some things do suck. Some things are hard. Loss isn't easy. Rejection, pain, all the suffering that we experience here on earth, it's not fun. We can acknowledge that it's not fun, that it's hard, that it's challenging, and that it sucks, while at the same time choosing the perspective that we take from here on out. There's this healing modality called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, which is you're tapping on meridian points and then saying a statement, an affirming statement, and usually that statement starts with even though. And I really like this because it's a great way to reframe the challenge and reframe the pain. So if you are feeling sad, something like EFT is a great tool for processing that sadness. And it goes something like this: even though I'm feeling sad, I choose to honor and accept myself anyway. I really like this even though statement because it acknowledges that, yeah, this sucks, this is sad, this is not fun, this is so unexpected, I wish things were not this way, and it hurts and all the things. But even though that's the case, I'm going to choose instead to believe in myself. I'm going to choose instead to love and accept myself anyways. I'm going to choose to love and accept myself through this challenge. I'm going to choose to love and accept life even though this moment right here, right now really sucks. I'm going to choose to believe. I'm going to choose to have faith. I'm going to choose to learn. I'm going to choose to take this, what was meant for harm, and turn it into good. What was meant for destruction, I'm going to take it and I'm going to turn it into something beautiful. I'm going to turn it into something great. I'm going to take this coal and I'm going to turn it into gold. I'm going to turn it into diamonds. You know, it's all about how we see the situation. And so my invitation to you today is, how can you take these challenges that you have been seeing as a way to defeat you and see them as a way to help you grow? Every rejection, every loss, every pain, every suffering that you have experienced, how can you turn that into a lesson? How can you turn it into good? How can you turn it into a story of victory, of a story of you having overcome these challenges? So ask that question. How can this actually help me grow? How can I take this challenge and use it as a lesson so that I can be stronger, be braver, be bolder, be a light for others? Because in me overcoming this challenge, I can then also be a light for the others, and together create a better world. So take the negatives and turn it around. The glass can be half empty or the glass can be half full. In an instant, you can turn the perspective around. Turn the half empty into a half full. And you can do this right here, right now. If you are feeling defeated, scared, worried, right here, right now, you can turn this around. You can say, even though I feel sad and scared and worried, I choose to believe that this is serving a purpose for my growth. I choose to believe that this is serving for my highest purpose, and I'm going to find that purpose. I'm going to fulfill my purpose. I'm going to be smarter and stronger and greater because of this challenge. I'm going to leave a legacy because of this. I'm going to transform my life and be a light in the world. You can redefine your story right here, right now. You don't have to go back to the past. You don't have to define your future based on the past. You don't have to define your present based on the past. right here, right now, you can choose to reframe, and you can choose to look at this in a different light. You can look at it from a different angle. You can look at it as happening for you, not against you. So yeah, I think that's the message. Hopefully there is something in here that was helpful for you. I'm sending you a big, big hug and peace. I will walk by faith even when I cannot see.